Okay, so you sent over some really fascinating stuff, and it got me thinking about this idea of like, what's the one thing you can never really get more of?
Yeah.
You know, we talk about saving money, we talk about, you know, getting in shape or improving our relationships.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, isn't time like the most valuable thing we have?
Absolutely. I think that's a really profound point. And
it's finite, right? It's going.
Yeah, you can't get it back.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary how easy it is to just like waste it. Like all those times you put off doing something you really care about.
Yeah.
Or maybe let self-doubt kind of hold you back, or even just the endless scrolling on your phone.
Oh yeah.
When you could be doing something so much more, you know, fulfilling.
It's like we're given this incredibly valuable gift, and we just kind of let it slip through our fingers.
Exactly. And one of the central ideas from the stuff you sent over is this quote. Like, imagine if someone offered you $1 million, but you knew that you wouldn't be alive tomorrow. Would you take it?
I mean, probably not, right?
Probably not, right?
What's the point?
Exactly.
Yep.
So then why do we so often treat our time, which is arguably way more valuable than any amount of money,
it is,
with such carelessness?
It's a disconnect, isn't it? It's like we know it logically, but living it is a different story.
And that's really what we're going to do in this deep dive today.
I like it.
We're going to explore this whole idea of not wasting life.
Okay.
The piece you shared is so powerful. It's this call to action, you know? It's about engaging with our goals right now.
Yeah.
And just tearing down all those excuses we build up.
I think that directness is really important. Sometimes you need that kind of kick in the pants to get moving.
Totally. And it starts out with this section called The Harsh Truth.
Okay.
Which paints this picture that I think a lot of us can relate to.
I think so too.
At some point in our lives.
Yeah.
You know? It's this feeling of just sleepwalking through life. You go to a job, maybe you don't love, you come home feeling exhausted.
Right.
And then you just zone out in front of the TV or scroll through social media.
It's comfortable. It's easy to fall into that.
It is. It's this cycle that can just eat away at our days and weeks and even years.
And I think what's interesting is how this ties back to the value of time.
Yeah.
Because it becomes so transactional, you know? You're just working to pay bills and then, well, you know.
That's it.
That's the end.
Yeah. And the piece really highlights how empty that can feel.
It is. It's like there's this whole richness to life that we're missing out on.
Exactly. And I'm sure you've met people like I have.
Oh, yeah.
Who have all these unfulfilled dreams.
Yeah.
And they always have a reason why they haven't pursued them.
Right. The timing's not right, or...
Yeah. I'll start that project when I have more time, or...
Yeah, once the kids are older.
Once the kids are older, or I need to save up more money first.
It's always something.
It's always something, right? But what if that perfect moment never comes?
That's the scary part.
You could end up looking back with a ton of regrets.
Yeah, and I think that's what the source material really emphasizes.
It does.
That potential for regret if we just keep waiting.
And then it goes into this idea of the power of now.
Okay.
Which I think is so important. You know, we often wait for this perfect moment.
Like everything has to be...
Everything has to align.
Perfectly aligned before we can start.
Yes, and the piece basically says there is no perfect moment.
Yeah.
There's no magical sign from the universe.
The stars aren't going to align.
Right. The only time you have is right now.
I love that. And it forces you to confront those excuses.
It is.
Like, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Because really, it's about priorities. If something is truly important to you, you'll make the time.
You'll find a way.
Exactly. So it's like, are you going to be the person who finds a way?
Yeah.
Or are you going to be the person who always finds an excuse?
That's a great way to put it. And then it has this section called Destroying Excuses.
Okay. I like it.
Which is very direct. It lists out all these common excuses like, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have enough money, I don't have the time.
We've all been there.
And for each one, it says, that's just not true.
Sometimes you need to hear that.
You do. It's like a wake-up call.
It is. It forces you to look at those beliefs that might be holding you back.
And the biggest takeaway from this section, I think, is that the biggest obstacle is usually ourselves.
It's so true. It's like
it's not external circumstances.
In our own way.
It's our own mindset. It's that lack of discipline, that lack of grit, that inner drive, and that belief in ourselves.
Yeah. And that's crucial even when you don't have external support.
It is. You have to believe in yourself first.
You do. It's the foundation.
Yeah. And then it goes into changing your mindset.
Okay. I like the progression here.
It's this powerful idea that your thoughts really shape your reality.
This is huge. It's like,
if you're constantly telling yourself you're going to fail,
right,
that you're not good enough.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
You're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's like you're putting on these blinders and only seeing the negative.
But the opposite is also true.
Right.
If you cultivate a belief in yourself, if you focus on the possibilities, you're way more likely to overcome challenges.
It changes your whole perspective.
It does. It's like you're rewriting your own story.
And that starts in your mind.
It does. The piece suggests actively feeding your mind with positivity.
I love that.
Like reading inspiring things, learning new things.
Surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yes, surrounding yourself with people who lift you up.
That's so important. It's like creating this positive ecosystem for yourself.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, success isn't about luck.
It's not. It's about
mindset. It's about habits.
Yeah, consistent action.
It's about consistent action.
Not just hoping for the best.
And that brings us to the final part of the piece.
Okay.
Which is called taking action now.
Love it.
And it's all about moving beyond the thinking and the planning. And actually doing something.
Putting it into practice.
Like right now.
It's where the rubber meets the road.
Exactly.
Okay.
The message is so clear. If you want a more fulfilling life, you have to start now.
Not tomorrow, not next week.
When the time is right.
And now.
Right now. The piece talks about focusing on the work, putting in the effort consistently, and letting the results speak for themselves.
There's a real power in that.
There is. It's about trusting the process.
Trusting the process.
And it leaves you with this choice. You know, when you look back on your life, will it be filled with I wish I had moments?
Right. All those missed opportunities.
Or will you be able to say, I'm glad I did?
That's a powerful question to ask yourself.
It is. So as you're listening to this, if any of this resonates with you, if you're feeling even a little bit of motivation, don't let it fade away.
No.
Take that feeling and do something with it.
Absolutely, because this is it.
Right now. Because your life is happening right now.
This moment.
This very moment.
Yeah.
Don't waste another second.
So powerful. Think about what you can do.
Think about it.
Like right now, to make a change.
What's one small step you can take today?
Even a tiny step.
To move towards the life you want.
In the right direction.
So with that thought in mind, go make it happen.
Go for it.